てくそ。あんたか。すまないな。ヘマしちまった。この手錠も切ってくれないか。
The arc I want to talk about for this video is the Battle Royale arc, which takes place in volume 15 of the light novel and season 3, episodes 4, 5, and 6 of the anime. I chose this arc because when I read the volume in its entirety, I was extremely hyped for this arc. Having the 5 underground group of Academy City, aka 5 factions from the dark side, fight each other, Best Boy goes up against the second ranked level 5 Dark Matter, and Meltdowner versus the level 0 guy, which, yeah, whatever. I will be describing the differences between the light novel and anime because, to be honest, the volume that covered this arc felt longer to me than the anime. And it's because some parts got changed, rearranged, or removed completely. So let's get into it. Chapter 1 of the light novel starts off the same but for part 1 only. For those of you who don't read light novels, each chapter is divided into parts. Each part represents a character's perspective or an explanation of a scenario that's usually significant later on. The anime changes the flow of the light novel and changes some details. An example of this is when in the light novel, Last Order had a dialogue with the frog-faced doctor before having the doctor help her with a taxi to get to her guardian's place. This part was removed in the anime, skipping straight to Accelerator asking for the blueprints for his choker from the frog-faced doctor, which he keeps saying the same dialogue, saying, Last Order wanted to see. Now, skipping over to when Unabara goes to the same apartment where Last Order was sent to, the events stay the same, with minor details being changed, like how Accelerator got there late, and later on he kicked open the microwave to find a stack of paper, or money, with anti-counterfeiting chips, blah blah blah. This is where the light novel and anime change the story a bit. From the anime's perspective, Tsuchimikado, Best Boy, and Musujime were in the room that got blown up. They used the paper money to track management's transaction. Best Boy makes a distraction at the concert hall, where one of the board of directors for Academy City was speaking, indirectly saving her, and the story pans out to a different view. For the light novel, however, it's a lot longer, and detailed as well. The group gets the paper money and moves to one of their hideouts, suggested in the light novel to be near or at the janitor closet in the underground mall, and they find out that the sniper is Tsunezara Chimitsu, a member of school and out to target Oyafune Monaka, who is one of the board directors for the so-called good side of Academy City. When the group, whose group name is literally called Group, finds this out, Tsuchimikado and Accelerator go out to stop Sniper Boy's plan. As they blend in with the crowd, they notice a few things. 1. They both notice vans that have wind defense to fend off sniper attacks are placed within the vicinity. 2. Last Order, along with Uyaru, is lost in the crowd, with some dialogue about Ahegao. Yeah, that's there. As well as Tsuchimikado's so-called maid sister. The two decide to end this fast, but Accelerator notices that one by one, the wind defense vans are getting destroyed. They then get additional info that Tsunezara, the sniper, is using a magnetic sniper rifle, revealing that his gunshots cannot be heard. As time is running out, Accelerator does what is shown in the anime. He creates a diversion so that Oyafune can escape. The bodyguards go and protect Oyafune, but Tsunezara fires a shot at one of them. He notices that they're wearing bulletproof vests. He packs up, but notices Accelerator, and says, I'll remember that face. Tsuchimikado raids the hotel room that Tsunezara was in, but finds no one there. However, there was an unnatural square cutout from a window corner. He relays this information to Accelerator, and he tells him that he's got word from Musujime. He tells him the name of the people who hired Tsunezara, or more correctly, the organization that hired him, School. A side note though, I find it nice that in the light novel, they show a picture of the two organizations that have showed up in the story, and the pictures and names of the people who work in those organizations. In chapter 2 of the light novel, which starts around episode 4, like 10 to 20 minutes into the episode, they skip one dialogue with Group that seems like they are foreshadowing an encounter with the other organizations like themselves, which is Group, School, Item, Member, and Block, which, if you've seen the anime, you should know who belongs to who. The anime skips a bunch of dialogue from the light novel, and a minor detail that was skipped in the anime was Hamazura using his skills he learned when he was the leader of 100 Skilla members to steal a van that they were using in the anime. Another bit of info that the anime didn't show was Item and Group received notifications that there was an emergency at the District 5 Virus Isolation Center. Another side note, When the order was given to Item about this emergency, the girl from the phone said, "The Powered Suit Group is busy searching for the body of someone called Terra of the Left in Avedon," which ties into Tomo being away from Academy City. Another side note is that the higher-ups at Item really hate school, and Meltdowner wants to kill him too, with even their manager saying to shoot them at least 10 times for her. Anyway, the anime pans out to part 7 of the light novel, which let me tell you, they skipped a lot of parts. They either skipped it or rearranged it, but oh well. The anime adds a scene that wasn't in the light novel though, being that the 4 girls of school found the man with the weird hat collar thing, which to be honest, I don't know his name, and the light novel doesn't really give his name. So yeah. But changes a slight detail, which the anime shows Hamazura waiting for the girls to come back, but in the light novel it shows him wanting to steal parts from a car, showing his rebellious nature more, and a small interaction with the police girl. It also seems like the anime doesn't tell what Item got from the engineering lab until later on in the series, which early on the light novel states that Item and the second, level 5, took tweezers, which does something. Light novel just says it's an attachment type manipulator, blah blah blah. It's also explained in the anime, so yeah. Another plot point that was overlooked was dialogue with Unabara and members from Block. During the last part of episode 4, we see Unabara tell Accelerator that the group that he disguised himself in was Block. But in the light novel, which dedicated a section to the interaction, there was something else that happened before they communicated. To cut the long story short, Block needed to check everyone's mind to ensure there were no traitors inside their circle. Unabara gets some hand cream and uses it, but when it's his turn to be checked, he drops the hand cream, and as he gets it, another guy gets it for him to get checked. One of the members, Tetsumo, having their hand catch on fire with the explosion, falls unconscious. It was then revealed that Unabara did all of that to make the random guy into a scapegoat. It was later revealed at the end of chapter 2 that Tetsumo is presumably unable to fight or is killed off, and is also shown to be an important member for Block. That ends the comparison for episode 4 of Index Season 3 and chapters 1 and 2 of Index Volume 15. These are some of the major and minor differences between Index, the light novel, and Index, the anime. They changed a lot of things compared to the light novel that I really wanted it to be animated. It also made me feel like the anime was rushed, I guess. In the next video, I'll be comparing episode 5 of Index Season 3 with the light novel, and I'll be citing the major and minor differences the anime excluded that was in the light novel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be signing off for now. Ciao.